Hello everyone, Rhea here. Today I am sharing the top 5 reasons why you need a budget, why I need a budget, why everyone needs a budget. A budget is so important, and it really doesn't matter how much or how little you make, you need a budget to keep you on financial track. So before I get into the top 5 reasons why you need a budget, I just want to share a little bit about what a budget actually is. A lot of people hear the term budget and think, oh no, I can't have fun, I can't spend money, I can't live life, I'm stuck to a budget and I can't do anything. And that's not true. Really and truly, a budget is simply a tool that shows you what money's coming in, what money's going out, and what's left over. That's it. It's very simple, and it really doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be negative. It's simply a tool that shows you exactly what money is coming in, going out, and what you can do with the leftover amounts. Now, the 4 key components of a budget include income, expenses, debt, and savings. And one thing that I always recommend, whether I'm creating a budget for a client or if they're creating a budget on their own, is that they start with the income. So you always want to start with what money's coming in. And I don't mean gross, I mean net, because, unfortunately gross has taxes, deductions, all that fun stuff. So you want to start with your net number, and that's really what you want to work off of. So you want to identify your take-home income, and then you can go through your expenses. And after you're done listing your expenses, you'll be able to see if you're spending more than you make each month, and then you can make adjustments accordingly. Another thing I recommend is that your budget be monthly. Since most bills are paid on a monthly basis, it just makes more sense. But you have the option to do weekly, bi-weekly, annually, whatever you choose. I recommend whatever goes along with your pay period, although monthly is the best way to go from an expense standpoint. Okay, so now that I've broken down kind of what a budget is and what the components are, let's talk about why you need a budget. Reason number 1, a budget helps you plan ahead. So since your budget outlines exactly what income you bring in and what money's going out, you can adjust that spending. So whatever's going out, you can remove something for a month. Maybe you don't go out to eat for 2 months and you get your hair done less than you normally would, so you can save for your sister's birthday present or for a dream vacation. Whatever the case is, a budget lets you plan ahead because you can pick and choose which discretionary expenses you can get rid of for whatever amount of time you need to reach whatever goal you're saving for. So, number 1 reason why you need a budget, it helps you plan ahead. Second reason why you need a budget is that it helps you identify where your money's going. And, one thing I want you to remember, if you take anything away from this video, is a lack of clarity equals a lack of money. If you don't know what's happening with your money, if you wonder, geez, I just got paid, where did all my money go? It's likely because you aren't following a budget. A budget should outline exactly what expenses you have, what spending you have, whether they're fixed expenses that you know happen every month, or they're variable, like going out to eat, which doesn't necessarily have a set amount each month, but it does happen each month. Your budget will outline all of that, and therefore nothing should fall through the cracks. Of course, unexpected expenses come up often, and that's perfectly fine. How I recommend you deal with that is just have a miscellaneous category in your budget. Having a miscellaneous category allows you to account for those unexpected expenses or the things you weren't really thinking about when you created your budget. Makes a big difference. Third reason why you need a budget is it helps you see your savings potential. So kind of going back to what I was saying about you can see all of your spending and expenses. Well, you can also pick and choose what needs to go so you can save more. If you have a specific deadline, okay, well, maybe I can cut the gym for 3 months, or maybe I will make my own lunches and save money instead of going out to eat because I need to save for such and such date. Your budget will show you your savings potential. One thing it will also show too, and I kind of touched on this, is that if your expenses exceed your income, you don't have any savings potential, but at least your budget will show you that, so you can actually make adjustments and do what you need to do to get to a surplus every month, because that's the ultimate goal. You want to make sure that you're bringing in more than you're spending out. Okay, number 4 reason why you need a budget. A budget gives your money purpose, and this kind of goes back to the lack of clarity equals lack of money. If your money has purpose, you are intentional with your spending. You know exactly where your money's going. You know what dollar you've allocated to whatever expense. You're actually being intentional with it. And being intentional means you are in control. And when you're in control of your money, you decide where it goes. You decide what you want to do. And trust me, being a young woman, I get it. You know, we know maybe we shouldn't go out to eat as many times as we do, or maybe we shouldn't go to the movies, or whatever the case is. We know this. It's our control, right? So we decide what we want to do with our money, and we decide if we're being intentional with it or not. But it's all you. It's all controlled by you. And that's really the number 5 reason why you need a budget, is because it lets you see where your money's going, and that knowledge puts you in control. But a budget actually allows you to take control. Kind of like I said about you can see if your expenses exceed your income. Well, you see it. Now you know that's happening. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to take control of your spending because you know that what's going out is more than what's coming in? And that's a no-no when it comes to paying down debt, saving, or really anything related to your finances. You always want to have more coming in than going out. And your budget's going to show you that one way or another. So those are the top 5 reasons why you need a budget, why everybody needs a budget, why I need a budget. And if you have any questions about that, please feel free to ask away. And while you're thinking of questions, I do want to share that we meaning myself, City Girl Savings, are offering 20% off personalized budget plans just in time for the new year. I'm a firm believer in fresh starts, and if your budget isn't working, or you need something, or you need a budget period, but you don't know where to start, let us help. 20% off up until January 15th. I'll be sure to link to where you would go to get your budget in the comment section, and I'll also include the discount code to use so you can get your discount. All right, well, I don't see any questions, but you can always ask away and I'll answer at a later time. But the top 5 reasons you need a budget, why a budget is so important, and don't forget 20% off budgets. All right, bye everyone.